All right. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I'm Badger Wild, and today we are back once again. While I figure out. It's not. Oh, I bet I know what the problem here is. Oop. Well, we know the we know the live stream is working right now. So I bet you this sensor right here does not have ice in it. No, I need ice. I think I took it off. Okay. So why are we unable? Actually, how full is this thing? Let's see. We're getting there. With two of those working, I don't get it. Why is this one not moving? Is the job done? Hydrogen's at 99%. It should be moving. Uranium's 19K. What is happening here? Let's send you to... Where am I sending you? There we go. Alright, the connector still has some stuff in it. Let's figure out where I can put some ice at. Ah, there it goes. For some reason, it just wasn't pulling it out and storing it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. We got that figured out. We need to work on engineering. Alright, let's go in. Let's work on engineering today. That's where we're working. We've got a ladder going up to there. Now, what I'd like to do... This is going to be an issue very quickly. I would like to cut this bottom section out here, which I may start doing now. And just fill this with either oxygen or yeah, just fill this bottom section here with either oxygen or hydrogen generation, which will really help out, which will really just help out. That's going to happen. Then we're going to slap another uranium reactor here for the back, and we're going to move these thrusters back a bit more, probably add 2 more to the entire system, and yeah, we'll be getting somewhere. But first off, I've got to discontinue that, move the ice out of there, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to lose a hydrogen tank in the process. Yeah, I'm going to lose a hydrogen tank in the process, but... Probably going to take that out too, and I'll take out that entire upper section there. Gimme. Like I said, we got to get this done first. Get all this stuff out of there. while we're still receiving oxygen and all that. We're going to really mass produce this to where I can just suck the oxygen right out. And it'll just turn this ice almost instantaneously into... I'm thinking what we need is at least 4 hydrogen tanks. Would be the best way to do this. About 4 of them. Now let's see. Alright, nothing disappears there. We're going to have some difficulty there. I'm hoping... Actually, I probably better start adding some stuff in here. We're going to add some things. We're going to add all the things if we can. Let's see, what are we adding in here? First off, I need a corner conveyor tube right there. I need another corner conveyor tube there. And then we're going to need nothing but these bad boys for a little bit. So that I can just add on whenever I want to. Alright. Let's see. What else do I have to... Oh, wait. Crap. I need to weld this up. There we go. Alright, we'll head over here. We will drop off everything we've currently gotten. Pull all this in. Grab some more stuff out of here. Up. Should have everything. There, that's all that done. Now, the plan is to build a bunch. I'm going to need at least 4 good-sized oxygen tanks. And about... what would we do here? Let's rebuild this back up. I want to make sure I got everything out of there. Yeah, I did. So I ain't got to worry about a giant... I ain't got to worry about some giant thing popping up out of nowhere. Alright. So we got all this figured out. The next option here is, like I said, we're going to install at least 4 oxygen tanks and then possibly even install even more than that in H2O2 generators, so that when this thing starts building H2O2, I'm going to have absolute terrifying monstrosity in terms of just straight up stuff I can build. So we're going to do that to this side first off. Alright, number 7. Go here. This is oxygen. We're going to put these in kind of sideways. We're just going to install some hydrogen or some oxygen right there. We're going to add bigger hydrogen tanks to this thing eventually. Alright, we're going to build planner. Now this right now sucks because this is sucking right now at the moment because we don't have any means of providing ourselves with any more hydrogen or oxygen that we currently got. There. So now we got oxygen there. We just need to install a few more H2O2 generators. That's all, folks. That's all we got to do
Energy
now.
low.
And I think that will do there. And thus I can access them rather easily. That'll be the best options right here. We can access these really quickly. We'll now have double our capacity. Let me just... Alright, there we go. And we're going to power back up. Now we do have a gravity generator we are working on currently. And I have a ton of hostile contacts right now. Good Lord. Freighter carriage, business carriage, escort, sale, shipment. Dear Lord. They just want to get attacked today, apparently. There's 2. Now we have 3 of these, which is going to start really ramping up the production line. Also need these oxygen tanks at some point start pulling everything out of there. So we may get to that here pretty soon. Let me see how well we got going. All right, we have the ability to put in more. So we're going to install more. Like I said, we're going to add several more hydrogen production plants in here. I'm just going to take this thing to the max. All right, let's go here and get another motor. I am missing gravity components. I know that. All right, there we go. So now we've got 5 of these working. We're going to put another 4 on the other side, get 8, and then we're going to have probably another 2 oxygen tanks on either side, which is going to get us about 8 oxygen tanks in total. So we're going to have plenty. We're going to have plenty. Let me go down here, and I want to check on the... I want to check on the hydrogen tank we got down here and see just how fast it is filling up. Because I bet it's filling up like crazy now. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that. We are now filling up that hydrogen tank. We're at 6% already. It is going now. Now we are really pulling. We've got to get that upper area finished up. Now I've got 2 things I've got to work on. Number 1, I've got this bridge that has to be worked on at some point in time. I've got to figure out the rest of this area as well. I've got to weld all this together. Finishing up my box nose up here. Then finish up the glassing. Finish up defensive turret systems. I liked this one, but then I got to thinking about it later. I kind of want to do a different turret system, and we may do some programmable blocks on this ship so that I can put some, what do we call it? Tactical, so we can put some stagger fire on these things so they can just really start putting out a consistent volley of heavy fire. That way we can have autocannon destruction going on, but we don't have to worry about everything else. So the other issue, like I said, I want to grab these engines and pull them back a bit more. We have got to somehow rip all those down. That's going to take a little bit of time. It's just the unfortunate fact of the matter. It's just going to take a little bit. Now, hopefully, after all the enemies that are in this area, which there is a mining carriage about 600 some odd meters away from me, 600 kilometers.
Inventory full.
All right, we're going to move this from point to point B. And we're probably just going to work on engineering right now. Getting all the components built up. So that hopefully, I can get this thing to work like I want it to. If y'all seen my video on the scripting system, you'll know what I'm talking about. We're going to be using some scripts to give ourselves some salvo fire capabilities, which will greatly increase the capabilities of a lot of my ships, turrets. You can also use it on turrets, I believe. Yeah, I believe turrets can easily be used. We might could even put in some radar and probably some type of one lore. What is that? Mapping script. Just give us an overlay of this battleship that we got going on right now. I can build a giant screen for that inside the.
Inventory full.
We'll put a giant screen in there, and we'll really be having some fun with that one. But yeah.
Inventory full.
I've had so many issues. I think a lot of people, I think YouTube's kind of screwing with me, and some people probably who were watching the channel are still worried that
Inventory full.
what is word? What is word? What is word? They're probably worried that the stream is still having issues. Those that are wondering, the last 2 or 3 times I had issues with the stream, that was because a set of vultures decided to set up shop inside of the tower that I'm getting my internet off of. And they were like, yeah, screw it, we're going to live here now. So they had to be relocated. Buzzards. Frickin' buzzards.
Inventory full.
Okay, I think I could probably just throw it all in here, actually. That'll be a lot easier to do. This stream right now is brought to you by Dr. Pepper Cream. And again, they don't pay me to say that. I wish they did. Dear Lord, I wish they did. Alright, we're going to knock this ion engine off and start putting it up in there. Do I need to put that ion engine? I do need to move that ion engine. I do. Do I? Do I have to? Yeah, I probably should. I probably should move that ion engine because, dear Lord. Why not? Why not? Why friggin' not? We move this thing. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of
Inventory full.
hydrogen production, which means about as fast as I'm gonna bring that hydrogen in, it's gonna get processed.
Inventory full.
All right, let's continue over here. We are finishing up. What we're doing is we're gonna move
Inventory full.
these ion engines. So what I can do is I can have more power production, which means we're going to have 2 of these massive nuclear reactors here, which is providing us a ton of, which is just a great amount of power production. And I'm going to increase that, and then eventually we're going to start working on adding a set of jump drives to this thing.
Inventory full.
Just for giggles. The ship is going to get longer. It's going to get bigger. It's always getting bigger and better. And then this thing will
Inventory full.
get from point A to point B. I wish I could put better. I may do that. Right now, I've got ladders in place. I may be able to eventually add more to the back spine of the ship,
Full.
and possibly give us a much better chance of moving here. Let's see, I don't have any weird things going down, so yeah, we're pretty good at this point. Okay, so first off, let's go in here and look around. We're gonna need some metal. Some metal plates. Where's my metal plates? Let's hop over here to that. Metal plates, metal plates, metal plates. Where's my metal plates? Geez, we are pulling lots of goodies right now. Look at everything we are pulling today. All right. So first things first, we're going to get that nuclear reactor going, if we can find it. All right. That's what we're going to do. Like I said, this is going to be it's not going to be too compact, but it's going to be compact enough. It's not going to be too much of an issue. So we're going to have 2 nuclear reactors back on the ship, back to back, mind you, back to back. You know, see what I'm doing right here. You can see stuff just going
Energy
into the system.
low.
Okay. We also need, let's see, production. I need reactor components. Build about 1,000 of those. Slap them right there. What do I need for that? Silver ingots. All that stuff. What are we doing right now? What is happening? Okay, everything is working about as fast as it can go. Mostly it's because I've got a lot of... I got gold. But I don't have silver. I thought I had like 1,000 silver somewhere. Yeah, see, we got like 1,000 silver. Alright, production. What are you doing? That's industrial assembler 2. So... there we go. We're now starting the building of that. We're not getting that to build. I need to go up here and I need to go back in and refill my energy at the moment. While I'm at, I just realized there's something I'm supposed to do before we even get started here. While I build up, I just realized I forgot to turn monetization on. So while we are figuring that out at the moment, shouldn't take very long. And there we go. That'll do it. Now we are back. More stuff getting done. More stuff getting done. More stuff getting done. Oh, let's see here. What have I got going? Right, let me go back to G. So I think I added 2 more reactors and I didn't want them. There we go. And there we go. We got one big, gigantic reactor here. And a second big, gigantic reactor. Let me see what we're doing here. How's uranium coming? See, this is the issue I keep running into. I've got to get some of this stuff to just start running. Let me see here. All right. Platinum there. Shove this down there. Let's do the same thing over here. All right. Right here, this is where all the iron is going, so we're just gonna shove all the iron there. There we go. Oh yeah, that's as much of the iron as I can shove there. Right here is gonna be platinum. I think this one I'm gonna put all the silver I can put in there. I'm gonna put all the silver I can in there. It's gold, actually. Okay, we're gonna put all the gold in there that we can. Okay, let's keep looking down here. Do I have any uranium? We've apparently run out of uranium. Let's find some uranium, folks. Where's the uranium? I must have some here in storage. I couldn't have used all of it up. I'm on uranium. Uranium. Did we use all the uranium? Huh. That's weird. Looks like we did. Now, where did this guy go? Where's he at? Is he still over here working? Yeah, he's sitting here. What are you waiting for? Oh, this is happening again. Why? Why are you holding ice? Makes no sense. Alright, what are you getting? Alright, he has gold and iron. Okay, that makes sense. So one of these here is going long distance and grabbing something. But he's not getting me uranium like I want. Ah, oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. See how we're doing over here with the hydrogen tank at the moment. Take a look, we're at 15% on this large hydrogen tank here, which is doing it's doing wonderful. Chef's kiss, it's doing great. Now then, what I need to figure out is how I'm going to tie in more cargo storage on this thing, because I want to triple my cargo storage that I currently got. Maybe even add more of it. And at the same time get everything else finished up. Right now we got to work on this engineering room. Which currently right now I need to expand this joker. Alright. There we go. And there we go. We can now expand this out a little bit more. We can bring this to fruition if we want. I'll have to rip some of this out. Alright, that is 2 blocks out. That should be more than enough to get me where I need to go. We need to rip one more out. That's bad. Okay, we got that figured out. Let me get on through here. There. Now then. Something's bringing back platinum. I need that to stop for a moment. I'll wait till the job gets done. I also need to complete another gun turret. Which I kind of like this. But I need to start replacing these guns with these guns. So we got better firepower. And then start boxing all this in so it's not easy to target and whatnot. Ah, that is the bad thing. That is the bad thing. That is the difficult aspect of all of this. Now I will probably add something in here to cover that. But I am going to need at least 1 block out, so we are going that direction. And we're going to keep the color as best we can here. Okay, we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. So this is just one of the things you can do while you're in Space Engineers. You can figure out what the paint color is. Press Shift and P. And you will automatically shift that in. Okay, we're going to have one jump drive. I want to put two in. I'd like to put two in, but I don't have the room for two, I don't think. Well, actually, yeah, I do. If I stack one on top of the other, and then just line some batteries down each end, that's another issue I'm having right now. I don't have any power storage on this ship, hardly. I need to fix that with some batteries. But if I, so this is my expanded point. I'll expand this out to here. And then I can add, no, let's go into this. We'll set that back to defaults. And what we'll do here is, no, it's going to give me issues the whole way in. All right, let's go back. Grab number 4. Shift P. I'm going to need to take this out 2 more. Don't know why I have 3 of those on there. Oh well. There's the first engine.
Energy low.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll be the first engine, and then the second engine will go under that. Third engine is going to go up here somewhere right about even, and then the fourth engine is going to go somewhere right about there. I'm going to have 4 engines to push this thing with. So it's going to get a lot better. It's going to get a lot better. I got to do some cutting, some modifying. As you can see here, folks, the ship is getting bigger. It's getting longer. We're going to have to really extend the nose of this thing out a lot more, and then add some armor plating to the top of it. It's going to be very asymmetrical, obviously. We're also going to have another line of launch bays on the side for smaller craft once again. So yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. That'll mean I'll have to tear apart this section here at some point and then start building up, which I probably should start doing that now. I should probably start doing that now. Start tearing that out. No, number 2. Let's go number 2. Chat awfully quiet today. Not being a dick about it. I'm just saying, chat is awfully quiet today. Alright, that is beaten out of the way. And I can start adding reprieve right here, which will let me build up probably 2 more. We're going to install that. I also need to get, what else do I need to get? Well, I'm going to let them get done with their little jobs, whatever's happening. I'm going to let we're not going to do anything until they start getting done with their jobs, which means some of them are going to come back and they're going to be like, yep, we've mined all of this. We've mined everything. Let me go over here and check this guy out. How's he doing? Oh, nice. Look at that. Yes, look at all this gold that we have already accomplished in grabbing. And he's going to go further down than that. He is doing wonderful work right here. Wonderful work. I may put him on uranium duty at some point. which I also need to set these guys up and set them up. The next setup I need to put into uh, for ships like the A-Wing. I'm probably going to build another cheaper, more mass-producible ship. And then I've also got to, I really need that A-Wing bay down here at some point. I'm going to have to build that at some point. We're going to have to build that. We also got this back door here that is all jacked up when I close this thing. It's like, It's all kinds of bull crap. Okay, so we've got that figured out. I'm going to cut this section out here because we may end up replacing it. Or we are replacing it. I don't know how we're going to fare with some modules up top. So the plan is actually pretty simple. We're going to build this, and I'm going to probably start welding a lot of this up. How do you get the drones to seek and mine out ore? Oh, I'm glad you asked that. So the simple trick to this is it is a program. It's a script. It's very easy to install. You have to do 3 things to make it work. And I recently tried to do this because Captain Jack came out and he showed off how to do it. He has a video. Just look up Captain Jack and look for the mining drone script one. It's super simple. Like you look at this and you go, oh my gosh, the mining script. Oh, that seems terrifying. He also says there's probably a way to do this with the automations. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I figured there's some tomfoolery with that nonsense, so I haven't really messed with it that much. But ultimately, what happens is, let me jump on a drone here so you can see. Nope. That's not what I want. I want to hop in here. Okay, so right about here, you can see all this stuff that's happening. You also see down here, you'll see my toolbar at the bottom here. You've got number 3, number 4, number 5. I believe number 3 is, I've told that one to go up. Number 4, I've told that one with the command to go down. Number 5 is confirm. And then that just works. So say I can go push number 4. And you see on the little black screen here next to the keypad on my unit, let's just, let's take the tab off here so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see the little screen down here on there that says job activated, ready dock. It's actually on my the screen on the helm that I'm operating on right now. So if I push 3, it will go up. If I push 4, it will go down. And then number 5 is behavior settings. So that just confirms things. So I can go down, I can tell it how much to keep load on, limit the weight, ejection on and off. I didn't know I could do that. Toggle the sorters, unload ice on, all this stuff. I can tell it when to come in, when to sit down, all that nonsense. And that's just part of this script that happens. You just have to set up the deal. So then, like number 5, I'm down here. So I press 3 to go up, press 4 to go down, 3 back up, and I press 5 to confirm back, and I'm back at the one deal. So what happens is there's a system in here which tells you, hey, you can lock on. And let me grab hold of this here. So you can see the sensor field range. Can you see it on this? No. So the sensor field range, you set it in. You can also set like the depth. You can set the height. You just pilot this thing over with recorded path once you set it up. And like I said, all it is to set up, you install the script into a programmable block, which is underneath this thing. You can see the programmable block in blue right underneath. You install the script there. You then put into your hotbar by going in, and we'll do this. We can go into G here right now, and I can grab this programmable PAM block. We push this. We have run. When you select that, you can put certain commands in there. So you put up, down, and then you put in, I think it's either affirm or apply. I think it's apply. You put in like affirm or apply as your number 5 spot or as your 3rd one. And then when you set it into position, you can drive this thing to an area. You start where you want it to go, where you want it to return to. You press the run program. Okay, and you tell it to go to say you just push like you tell it to record, and it basically records the path that it's on. And that's something you got to remember. This thing is on a recorded path, so to keep them from running into each other, we've already had that issue in like a later or earlier live stream. One of them come in, they just interceded past, and one of them just hit the hydrogen tank on the other and just blew it up. So that's kind of where you're at with that. But then once you put the affirm and everything in there, you can start sending this down. So it's like number 3 is going up, number 4 is going down, and number 5 is affirm. I'm not going to push that because that'll stop this whole thing. But what happens is you take it to position, you turn on your sensors, which is, let's see, press I. You go to info and you have show sensor field range. Then you can see your sensor field, and you can use this system here by using the 3 keys that you've now added to the program to make it work. You can then set it up, and then the system will go, okay, we're going to get up here. We're going to fly to this position. Then you can set it, I want my mining zone to be this big. I want it to be so deep and so tall. And then it starts at the very top right-hand corner, and it just works back and forth in a zigzag kind of pattern, kind of like Snake, and it just keeps going back and forth until it chews out the area that you've set for it. And that's how this little joker just takes off and does its own thing. I've got these are mini miners. They're easy to build. Like, these little things are easy to build. And the way I've set them up, they can actually be printed up with the script already on there with all the stuff installed if you set up the printer right. I've replaced like 2 of these already. Or no, I've printed off. I built 1. And I printed off, I think, 4 of them so far. So I'm eventually going to do some modifications to this thing. I'm going to add some more rails to it, or some more protective caging, so it's not that easy to break. Probably over the top here. I want some more protective caging around the reactor and everything. But after that, you can just take one of these things, turn them on, and take them off. They hold about 1 medium cargo container's worth of ore. That's all they'll mine. But the range of these things and the speed at which they can move, and the thing about this is, when I built this was experimental, but the weight to thrust ratio for a full tank compared to all the thrust it's got is so good that it has no difficulty controlling itself when it gets up. So it's like, why mess with it? It's already a good design. It just needs a few little tweaks to make it a little more durable. Its weight to thrust ratio is great even with a full tank of ore. And it will just run back and forth and just do its own little thing. And it's fairly simple to fly, fairly simple to set up. As far as building one of these for Atmo, I would probably replace the hydrogen tank with a nuclear reactor, large nuclear reactor. And I would reapply all of the thrusters to Atmo thrusters. And probably put more downward thrust than upward thrust. And then you have an ore miner that can go out there and just do its thing. That's all it does. This thing just sits there and does it. I've got 4 of these things working right now. And waiting, I don't see one of them coming back for a while. Let's turn this back on. But yeah, you see, he comes in, drops off gold. He's going to be done with this job here fairly quickly. I mean, he's probably going to mine, I think, a square area of this. It's just a cube that he's just pulling out. And then I'll set him up here on the uranium, since I know how far this nonsense is now. I'll set him up here and he'll just pull pure uranium out, and I won't worry about all of the iron ore or everything. That's things are just getting done. So yeah, that's how that works. It is a script. Don't be intimidated by it. There's scripts. I'm currently got the salvo script figured out. I got a video on that on the channel if you want to go check that out. Here we got another one coming back in. I don't know what he's doing. I've got to label these guys so I know which one's which. I know what they're doing at the moment. I need to put some screens behind them, more or less. Oh, I know what I should do. I should use that new holographic screen we got. There's a holo screen we got now. I can just type into the holo screen. Yeah, this one's going for gold. This one's going for silver. This one's going for whatever. And then I could tack on what the frick they're doing at that particular moment. But yeah, does the program run the pathing too, or do you use the automation blocks? No, it does everything. It's Pam's. It's the Pam auto miner script. You can see right now we've got another one just came back. That one's come back in. That one's pulling ice, I believe. And then I've got. I thought there was another one here. Oh yeah, this one's coming in. I don't know. Is that one still mining? No. But see, they'll go a long distance. Crap, I've sent these things out to pick up stuff at 15 kilometers out, and they'll just keep doing it. For planets, you're probably going to want a different design. This is the space variant. This is just the pure space version. This is not the multi-atmospheric variant. Uh, for a atmospheric variant, probably put. I'd probably work in with the new fan blade motors. Add a small reactor or some type of several large batteries to give it the full amount of power it needs. That you don't understand what this thing will do. It will not move that thing unless it has full battery power or and a full hydrogen tank. If any of that is low, and this was an issue at one point. You see that one just knocked me out of the way there. But this was an issue at one point where this thing would, at one point they all just stopped moving. And I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. And then I got to looking. There was no hydrogen in the tanks. See, this one has a weird pathing, but it avoids everything and off it goes because it's running on the pathing that you're putting in. It'll record all the path. You just record the path to it, and it just runs that path back. And that's all it does. It's like an ant. That's all it does. It runs back and forth using a tunnel. That's what you're creating. You create a tunnel through the space that it operates. It's kind of like, what is the meme? The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it's not, and it knows where it's not because it knows where it is. So it's kind of the same. It's the same concept there, but what you're doing is you're using these guys to go out and find stuff. And when they get there, they swap over to mining mode, which is then they pick up the next spot in the chain. They're just running a predetermined program, which is you just set the parameters for the program. In other words, the height, the distance, the width. You create the cubic area or depth of what you're going to use. And then this thing just sets up and does what it's got to do when it gets in there. See, I got another one. It just came back and worked, and it dropped off. I think that one was running either. That may have been an ice runner too. I don't know. We need hydrogen, so I've had that thing just run. I've had it running, so we got 1 bar of hydrogen. Nice. How much do we have in there? How much hydrogen do I got? 27.6%. So we've got a ton of hydrogen right now. And if I were to build more, and plus when these things come in, it handles everything. So if this thing comes back and it's low on battery power, it just locks into place and it will not move until the battery power reaches a specific threshold. If it's low on hydrogen, it will not move until it reaches a specific threshold. Once it reaches a threshold where it can do what it's got to do, it will go. Will your docking still work if you move your ship? If pathfinding doesn't care? I don't know. I think that will have an effect, which is why I'm kind of running this on a ship that will be movable. So the plan with these things, the reason why there's only 4 of them, is my plan is to go into an area because maximum amount of ore you're going to run into is usually 6 individual spots. So you can just take this station or this mobile mining platform, go exactly where you want to go, where you want to get your stuff at, and then just lock it in place, turn it on, and then just start pathing miners to the individual ore deposits. And at close range, these things will eat an area. It will eat an asteroid up like it's nothing. Like this guy here, he is going to get me almost all the gold on this asteroid within just a few minutes. He's going much further down, like to about down to here. I'm having more gold than I know what to do with. So, and by the time I get that done, I'm going to have to build, let's see, what have I got to build? I got to build some stuff. I'm going to have to build some stuff at some point. But we got to build, like I said, I've got the platinum and silver to get these ion thrusters done. This ship had a few ion thrusters. We have even more. Like it had 1 ion thruster pointing down, 1 pointing forward, and I think 3 pointing backwards. No, 2 pointing backwards, I think. And we have just reassembled all of them into one. No, 2. Only had 2 ion thrusters. We're going to be putting 4 on this thing, so it'll have plenty of oomph. get off its butt. So yeah, if I were to move this thing, these things would stop pathfinding. They'd probably pathfind back to here, and then they would freak out a little bit. There was one instance I was running this thing. I think I was getting magnesium with it, and when I came back, the something had happened to the pathfinding on it, and it did not know where it was, and it come back over here, and it kind of hovered off in an area and was acting kind of confused. So I had to go over there, grab hold of it, and move it. Sometimes it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. So it'll sometimes screw up. That's one of the issues with this scripting. But when it comes down to get this all welded up here. When it comes down to flying it around and getting everything you need, yeah, this is a great little tool to have, because the cool part about this stream, normally I'm doing streams, I'm having to babysit something. This has been very little babysitting. Usually I'm running like a big drill or some other nonsense to maintain everything I need. This has not been that. It has been the exact opposite of that. This has been quite literally one of the chillest streams I've had to do, and I've gotten more work done with that script than I have any other time I have played. Like I'm listening, I'm looking at this script now thinking, why in the hell didn't I have this before? And I had seen people play with it before, but I didn't understand what they would tell you how it would work, but they wouldn't tell you how to initiate the first steps of making it work. Let's see. We're going to grab this number 4 block here. I'm going to shove 4 of them here. I don't know if I can use this.
Energy low.
I'm going to set that there. And then I'm going to set that there. There. Just going to make this nice little bleeding point, or just a point here. There we go. And that'll give me something to set the next thruster on, and then we'll put one more up top, and that's just going to really beef up the ship. But yeah, as far as a little programmable block, if you're wanting something that will just run, because right now I'm also running, mostly platinum. I've got to get some more cobalt at some point, which is 13 kilometers out that way. You can see on the screen. Let me kind of tilt this up here so you can see. See, I got 13.86 kilometers to the nearest cobalt mine. And I'm thinking what we will do, as I am building up to building this a jump drive that's going to have double jumps, because that's when the stream ends. Is when I get the ship completely built, get it fully functional, and then we get the jump drives built in, and it's like, okay, we're out of here, boys, and then just bloop, out we go. That's how this is working. But there are a lot of stuff I've got to do. I've got to paint this side here, which has all this odd stuff. I've got to figure out how the color scheme is going to work on this. Then I've got to work on the bridge, giving it the ability to move it, because I got to move this entire nightmare. And then a whole bunch of other things. I got to hope that when I turn this thing on, it doesn't clang out and I end up dying somewhere up against an asteroid or some nonsense, because Clang decided to take my ship and use it to dry hump an asteroid, which would be tragic. I'm not gonna lie, that would be tragic. But let me see here. Okay, we can do that. And oh, wait a minute, did I F up? Yes, I did. We need to cut this out, and I need to weld up some of the simple stuff. Okay, I need to get some more steel so I can begin building at least first level steel plating. Like I said, But yeah, it's one of them things like scripts can really help. Most of the time, I don't mess with them because I don't have a whole lot of programming knowledge, so they kind of intimidate me a little bit, just a little bit. I'm gonna leave that blank because I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do there. Let's see. We're going to run number 2 right here. I'm gonna push this one back a bit, and that. I'm gonna add these 2 here, like so, and create a little bit of a break up there. All right, that's done there. So now how did I do that? How did I do that? Let's do this, 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 and some of that. And now I can add 2 more large thrusters to this thing. I think I will not have any issues connecting them. Like I said, I'm going to put about 4-ish main thrusters on this thing just to give it a full size complement of thrusting. So we can thrust and thrust hard, boys and girls. Let me keep going here. And I realize I'm going to have to color some of this stuff when I get done. Oh, well, that'll be fine. Very, very carefully is how you should do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is absolutely true, man. That is absolutely true. Let's see where this one lands. All right, right there. That'll work. Right there. I like it. I like it. I like it. And right about there. So that's our main thruster battery. How obnoxious does that look? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We could actually put some. We could actually put something up top here. I don't know what we put up in here, but we probably could put some like a medical bay or something like that there. Do medical bay. We'll probably have some other things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But right now, we have to get all this welded up. So I start welding some stuff. As I said, I've got plenty of get on it here. Now with this I should be able to run some type of conveyor up here just to put some extra stuff on top of this. And then we'll wrap around that one thruster right there, and I'll set something in here that'll work with these other thrusters. I don't know how all that's going to work. I don't know. I'm just working on it. That's all I do. Alright, so let's grab ourselves some more steel plates. Normally I would use the builder, but there's so much plating right here in such odd places. I really don't trust using it. So we're not going to do it right now. Alright, all that's done. Okay, let me look here. Yeah, plenty of room for the 2 or so. Actually, I probably could take all that off and land the, let's see, 1. Then we're going to have 2. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work out perfectly. Alright, we got 1 more. And there we are. That's figured out. I'm going to have to shape this whole section here to make it all work and fit in perfectly. But other than that, looks good. Looks good. We're going to have to set that up. I do need to take out that Gatling gun there. Remove it. And Gary put in some custom guns on top. Probably going to run 2 custom guns up top, 2 custom guns on bottom. We'll have 2 custom guns pointing out the bottom here just to protect things on the bottom. Things will just getting shot by those. Then we're going to put in some custom turrets here. I've got 2 more that need to be done. This guy is not moving because for some reason the ice does not want to move. I don't know why. But we do not want to take the ice out. I think it's mostly because the ice just has nowhere to go. So I need to pull this out here and start connecting into the rest of these refineries so they can just pull in. And then I need to start telling each one of these refineries what they're going to run, so I can start doing that. And also I need to get the battle armament on this done. Oh, whoops, 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 whoops. Yep, I see you. He has come in to jump in there. Let him do his thing. Let me see. This nuclear reactor has not kicked on yet. We've got tons of power, but I don't have the ability to use it yet because I ain't got enough uranium to run both these giant reactors. So let's go ahead here. We're going to grab 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, and 4. Now this time we are going to use this because this has worked out perfectly. Wait. Let me check something here. Just as a thought. I got stuff here that's not supposed to be in here. Let's see. Oh God, something's filling up my small cargo containers. Okay, and we're going to unlock. I'm going to rotate this down, and we're going to just travel over here to this one deal. And we're going to stop right there. I'm going to grab all these components that I can get my hands on. I'm going to shove them in here. As much as we can. Now we got 4 of these big boys to fix up. This is going to make this a whole lot more capable. Oh, got too close to that thing. Now we're going in to jump on this. Some people are probably wondering what in the world possessed me to build something like this, and I will tell you. There are in construction, there are actual little backhoes and bulldozers that you can buy that are just like this. No lie. They are very small. They'll have little tracks or something, and they've got a little bitty deal on the back which goes, oh yeah, guess what? We're gonna go fly over here. I almost broke my welder. Here we go. Alright, now I'm gonna hop out of here because I actually have some more components that have to go in that, but we're going to have to go back in. Let's see right now, let me look here. Do I have stuff still in the cargo container? Okay, we'll just build the next one. And we still have like 5 steel plates right here. We'll shove that in here. There we go. So you can see here I'm just bebopping around with this thing. And it works great. It works wonderful. This is one of those little bitty things, these little projects that you do when you're playing a game like this that end up giving you exactly what you need. So yeah, this is way faster than just grabbing components and throwing them together and just flying out there yourself, which there's a time and a place for that. There's a time and a place for when you're doing that in this game, but not right now. Not right now. Grab as much as I can get my hands on. I'm going to go up here and let's do this a second time. Now this should finish off this thruster here. So we'll have one main thruster done. If I have to move this station, I have something to move it with. Continue up. This is probably going to finish that one up. There we go. Into this one because it's the next one that's gotten something. Okay, and I'm going to hop out here, hammer this a little bit more. That's everything I got. And we're going to see, inventory-wise, do we have anything else? No, we don't. Just want to hop back here, grab some more equipment. See, I'm doing, if you count up the amount of trips I'm making right now with this thing, I'm doing one trip is doing like 5 or 6. So even with just the small capacity that this thing can run right now, it is doing way better than what I normally would. And what's happened? What did I do that for? Alright, we got those. Thruster components. More of that. More of that. All possible components are being withdrawn. Throwing them all in there. Look at that. It's like 5 or 6 trips we were saving flying out there and flying back. Now, it takes like 2 trips to get one of these done, but we are getting a massive chunk of the job done in a very short amount of time. Come on, stop screwing around. Let's get over here and get this done. And there we go. Hey yo, Leps, how you doing? Right now we are just putting the final 4 thrusters for forward propulsion on here. And then I'm going to put 4 more thrusters onto the front for stopping power. And then I just got to worry about side-to-side thrust. How are we all doing today? Doing wonderful. Answering questions. Having fun. We are building up the ship. I'm getting this back section here done so we have plenty in engineering to work with. I need to add some detail work to these things. That might have been a little too low. Can I access that? No, I can't access that. I guarantee it. Alright, let's move this guy here real quick. There we go. Alright. We're going to grab all of this. And just like before. I'm going to start putting stuff in. Shoving all these nice components in there. So I can get this thing from derelict to mobile mining platform. Here we go. There we go. That should get that going. Leps, it's been a while. Yeah, it has been a while. Oh boy, has it been a while. Okay, I think we are running out of, Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think we're running out of thrusters now. I'm gonna have to get the system to start making more thrusters. So I had to finish up these. Like I said, it's gonna be a while before we get this whole thing finished because I've got to get thrusters built. All right. Let me see here. What we got? We'll grab all this. Okay. So we're going to be missing out on some thruster components. I can at least get everything built up but those thruster components, and that's what I'm going to need probably more silver for, and I've got plenty of platinum, so I've got platinum to do that with. And that is probably everything in the cargo container we've got right now. So we have two full functioning thrusters on the outside. Let me, I need to build that thing up first. Let's do that first off. How good did it do? Oh, almost there. I almost got it on. Almost got it on. Okay, so we've done about as much back here as I can do for the moment in terms of all the extras and everything. I need gravity components. What does it take to make gravity components? Anyways, I'm about to take a shower, so I'm going to do that. So have fun. Maybe see you in a bit. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Cool. Don't worry about it. Just take your time. You got a shower, enjoy that crap, because I don't have one right now. Oh, man, I've been going to a relative's house to use the shower because of all the bull crap I've had to deal with right now. Let's see. What are we going to do next? How am I going to make this all work and tie it all together? Well, I need number 2, obviously. Let's grab... Fortunately, I got all these ports all over the thing. I can just grab what I need. Let's grab a crap ton of steel plates. I said a ton of steel plates. Let's see, how many do I have here? Oh, that's getting kind of low. Let's go to production assembler 3. I'll do that. Get another couple hundred. Well, 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, I don't know. We need all this stuff. Whoops, I put about 3,000 on that one. And industrial assembler, we're going to put another 2,000 on that one. So we got plenty of steel plates now. Now all I need is some oxygen. Keep myself alive. Okay. It's been a while too. It's been like a week. Yeah, it's been like a week. I don't know. I've been watching some of the stuff people are doing. I do like the new Jack thing where they're trying to survive infinite waves. Because eventually, at some point in time, they're going to have, what is it? They're going to be dealing with, where did I put that thing? Ah, here you are. Fixing to hydrate it back up. They're gonna eventually drop the new automations or the new encounters, and I'm loving for that. Anyway, I'll be right back. So anyway, I'd like to give you the other unofficial sponsor of the channel, which is going to be Liquid Death, because right now I need hydration. And they don't sponsor the channel. They just provide the hydration. I have to go out and buy my own sponsorship from them. So go out and buy a Liquid Death today. They're actually really good. Just nice, good, fresh mountain water. Speaking of mountain water, some of y'all wanting an update probably on the sewer situation I'm dealing with right now. Let me just say this. I don't know how some of y'all feel about the representative of Missouri, Josh Hawley, but I'm not getting political. I'm just saying, probably going to vote for that guy again. If you're in Missouri, he'd be a perfect guy to vote for because, let me see here. We got into this whole nonsense, and it's been months that this has been going on. And now, he sent a representative down, one of his deputy representatives, I think. So he's a guy that works for Josh Hawley. And the guy comes down. Long story short, I ended up knowing so much. I ended up interpreting what the what was it? I ended up interpreting what the engineer who told us how to fix our entire sewer system. So it turns out the mayor of our town told us it was going to be like $44 million to replace the entire sewer system, right? Turns out, no, that's not what we have to do. There's actually a cheaper alternative to this nonsense. And that cheaper alternative is all we have to do is just start replacing the system incrementally. And he puts this up inside the entire deal. He talks, the engineer talked about, you can do incremental fixing and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, well, that seems reasonable. The first thing he does state is the one problem we have is we don't have pumps that work. He said you have to get pumps working before any new repairs can be done, whether you do the first one or the second one. So, upon that nonsense, when Josh Hawley sent his representative over for us to talk to, that was the first thing I told him. And I started going through. I kid you not, it was about 6-7 minutes in to me talking. No, a little longer than that. A little longer than that. I'm sitting there talking to this dude, and he is over there just rapidly taking notes as fast as he can. And I'm like, I hope this goes somewhere, you know? You're hoping you're doing right by your family and you're going to get something done. Lo and behold, whoops, that ain't going to work there. Lo and behold, he goes back, tells Josh Hawley what's going on, and crap's getting done now. I don't know what size shoe Hawley wears. I know some people don't like Josh Hawley, but right now, after everything that's happened, he got my vote.
Inventory full.
Because now, somebody has gotten a foot up their ass, and they don't like it. It is uncomfortable. And now, my entire sewer is supposed to be getting fixed. First off, the mayor was like, well, and he's not even my mayor either. That's just what's the most irritating part of this nonsense is. This is not my mayor. And before anyone says that's being cold, no. He has told us outright that he is not our mayor. So it's like, yeah, we understand where he's coming from. He understands why we don't like him. It's mutually assured hatred right now of this guy. He knows we don't like him, and we know we don't like him. We got plenty of reasons for it. But so, what ends up happening with that nonsense is Josh Hawley sends in his representative. Next thing you know, we've got money for a new sewer system. It's immediately coming in. Originally, that comes down to the excuse. The excuse the city was giving as to why they could not fix the system was, well, we don't know We know there are grants that could help fix this. We're afraid if we implement any fixes, we're going to get ourselves kicked out of those grants, which is bull crap if you stop and think about it. I'm looking at this. I may have done this crap wrong. I might have been needed to take this a little bit further out. Yep, I messed up. Fortunately, some of this isn't welded up entirely. So yeah, they did all that nonsense, made up a whole bunch of crap, kept telling us that there was stuff that they were afraid of, and then he goes in there. First thing they do is he asks, "Is this going to interfere with USDA fixing this nonsense?" And USDA is like, "No, why would it interfere with that?" they're scratching their heads looking at. I guarantee they're scratching their heads looking at him like, "Why? Who told you this nonsense? This ain't gonna hurt. This ain't gonna knock anybody out of this nonsense." And now the real fun begins. I think I need to put a steeper slope right in here. But yeah, that whole nonsense started ending real good. And then he is just this mayor's kind of a dumbass. Which, like most politicians, yeah, you're gonna run into dumbasses with most politicians. I understand that. Or they're kind of mentally challenged. Okay, that probably works a little bit better. We're gonna have to cut a few of those out in the process, but that'll give me some stuff to work with. But yeah, that wasn't the only thing. I ended up going in there and finding out that they were pulling money out of our they were hoovering in the money that we were spending so fast that that's why they weren't able to go in and do anything. Was because the money was getting yanked out so quickly that they were not putting it into the one stuff. Proved that there was actually money there to do some pump replacements. So when Josh Hawley and his underling, I call him his underling, I don't know, I can't remember what he is. He's like a deputy representative or something. I call him an underling. It is not a disrespectful thing that I'm saying. By the way, a lot of y'all know who Josh Hawley is. A lot of y'all have seen him. He's the guy that really pisses off a lot of other people. So he's been going in there. He found out about it. He represents our area, and so he come in there and he just started putting his foot up people's rear end. And apparently, he has one of the most uncomfortable boots known to man because it immediately, wherever that thing went, whoever was attached to the butthole that thing went into, their first thought was getting that thing out as quickly as possible. So now everything is working out great. It's all working out great. We're getting new stuff. It looks like it's all gonna just work now. So we're looking at a new system, possibly in the future. We're looking at getting, let me see, thinking here while I'm doing this. I'm like everywhere at the moment. So we're looking at a new system eventually being put in. We're looking at major repairs working. We're going to get our sewer patched finally. And mostly because the morons that are in charge right now just didn't want to do it. Boy, let's see. Somebody got something down here. Eric Evans, it's been a while too. So I am 5'10", 250 pounds. My buddy took me out for a surprise. His version of a surprise was a strip club where all the dancers were bigger than me. It was like a bad episode of Married with Children. Sounds like what was it? Ted Bundy's Worst Nightmare or Ed Bundy's Worst Nightmare? And just hear that one. Crap, I think I'm gonna get landed on here. I gotta get out of here. I don't even know how that one would go down. I would love to hear the jokes on that one. Like I've always said, I was man born out of my time. Let's see. I think this here is where I'm going to start putting in the angle iron. There we go. We got some angle iron in there. And then I need... Oh, I can actually slap that one there. There and there. That ain't right. Is that right? No, that is not right. So, I'm missing something here. Yeah, I can't imagine that. Friends like that, man. Who needs enemies? I mean, good lord. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, we got that. I just need to start the thing from there. And so then all this will also become welded up in... boom. There we go.
Energy low.
She's looking better. She's looking better. It's going to take a little bit of work. Just a little bit of work. Let me go over here and hop back in here. Yeah. That is that is wild. But also, like, with the whole thing with the sewer and all that nonsense, that is getting fixed. I think they finally patched it. So it's like within, good lord. I think he started Thursday on it, is when we talked with the representative. In about 5 days, my toilet has started draining again. Last night, our shower was draining. So it was like wonderful. My wife has been going over to a relative's house, and I just thought it has nothing to do with my relatives. It's my relatives. It's nothing to do with them. It's just I've been disposed from my house twice so far. Okay, I have lost access. I've either lost access to my facilities at my home, or I have been absolutely run out of my house. And I can tell you right now, nothing is more disheartening than realizing you're having to take a shower in a shower you don't own. And it has nothing to do with my parents. They are wonderful people. But my mom and I got into a fight the first time, and it was just basically a misunderstanding. And afterward, I explained to my mom. I said, "Look, she thought like my wife was mad at her, and she saw something on Facebook, thought my wife was mad at her." I just explained to my mom. My mom's always been kind of level-headed about things like this, and she was worried she was going to turn. I think mostly she was worried she's going to be one of those mother-in-laws that have a bad relationship with her daughter-in-law. I said, "Mom," I said, how the hell would you feel if you were stuck at someone else's house with no shower, no bathroom, and you had to go over and use like one of your relatives' houses stuff?" I said, it's demoralizing to you when you are a couple, you've bought a home, and after buying that home, you are now stuck, unable to use your home's stuff. I said, it's demoralizing. You feel like a failure sometimes, and this is the thing, even with a natural disaster. Like I said, the most disheartening thing I had about that house was I had managed to get 1,100 feet, 1,100 square feet of actual engineered hardwood, like laminate hardwood flooring, for $200. That's not possible, especially when it's around $8 a foot. And that I got it because the guy that put it in his original house, something happened to the foundation of the house and it shifted for some reason. We had either an earthquake or some other nonsense, or a sinkhole started. It bowed the floor of his house and popped it all loose so it wouldn't stay. And this guy was awesome. He took the entire engineered hardwood that he had. He could have just busted it all up. No, he painstakingly pulled all that stuff apart, cleaned the glue off of it, stacked it perfectly back into 1 foot stacks, and then used specialized tape to tape them all together, and just perfectly stacked them up in his home on top of some treated lumber so termites wouldn't get to it. Had it there for years. Turned around and sold it to me for $200. I installed that stuff in our living room. I installed it in the hallways going to the bathroom and our bedrooms. And when that flood hit, I watched all that shit float up off the floor and go out the door. There were people that had pieces of my hardwood at their home for some reason. It just floated down there. It was amazing how much that crap just all picked up, went out. Now I installed some hardwood. Now I installed wood panel looking tile on the floor. It's it's adhered to, it's cemented to the floor, and if it floods again, I just come in here with a buffer and buff it off. That's it. They said I was crazy, but when it happens again, no. Hopefully it never happens again. My hope is I can fix this thing and it won't. Did I see tracer rounds all of a sudden? I'll look back over here. I've got a sunburst here. I saw some. I thought I saw tracer rounds all of a sudden. I'm shooting at me or shooting at my stuff. God, I hope not. Anyway, while I'm sitting here, let's read another chat. Funny thing though, I noticed there was a truck stop Indian food buffet. Everything made sense after that. The curry, kind of Indian food. Oh, that's probably some nice hot food right there. I know my wife would love some curry right now. She would love some hot curry, especially right now. It went from we went from 100 degrees. I think we're down in the 60s right now in a day. This is Missouri weather, everyone. It's drunk, okay? Just everyone's like, "What's Missouri weather like?" I'm like, "It's drunk." You don't know what it's going to do, and you're kind of at the whim of it. You're basically a passenger in a car where a guy is inebriated and just driving down the road. He may be cold, he may be hot, but you are guaranteed you are not going to be comfortable the entire time. I think what we're going to do is we're going to add another 2 thrusters here. I know that sounds kind of odd, and then we'll just kind of slope this back in, just kind of make this look kind of good. But right now, what I need to do, let's grab here. We're going to shift and P again, and we're going to add some more of these bad boys as we charge up and up. We got to get this stripe going. I need this stripe on the side of the ship. Now for this, I will probably break out the mini welder, because it will. I can throw steel plates in that thing, and it will just start building this crap like it's nothing. Oh my God, it will build and build and build. That's what we're doing today. We're building. We're going to try and build this up as best we can. So I'm going to get this built here. I'm going to have a nice little spot down here under the station. Nope. Why? Well, I don't know. I might need that. I might need that, but I'm not going to take a risk on it. We're just going to cut that off. But yeah. Oh, fun stuff. Fun stuff happening on my neck of the woods. It's amazing. But, I may need to add another stripe here. Just a small one right up through there. I don't know. Might be worth doing. Let's shift P again. And we're gonna just put some block fill in here. Just get that ready, because the next part after this, I'm gonna have to grab some of this stuff and just start really messing around with it. There we are. Now we are gonna have this whole side here. I may just slap like a big screen on here or something. Not sure. Maybe that wood flooring was cursed before you had an earthquake and then you had a flood. I don't know if the earthquake was there. We have them all the time where I'm at. We're on the New Madrid fault line where I am. And one of the fun things about the New Madrid fault line is, unlike San Andreas, California, where if their fault line freaks out, oh, you know, they're going to have some tidal waves and crap like that. A lot of our area is just going to turn into quicksand, and people are just going to get buried alive instantaneously. So, yeah. It's terrifying when you hear that. Everyone goes, wait, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens there. So it's like, it's because we have all these aquifers in this area. So it's like, oh yeah, if it gets real bad here, get ready because people are just going to go straight in. It's going to be over in a matter of minutes. All right, where's the ammo? All right, I got some ammo. All right, we got that. Let's oh, yep, inventory got full in there. All right, let's see. That's assemblers. Nope, that ain't gonna work. We're about to max that out. Okay. Now then, if I'm thinking correctly here, I should be able to yank this out. Is that attached? Okay, all that's attached. We're going to rip this section out here. And I'm going to tear this out all the way going back. We're probably going to do a little bit of welding by hand here just to fill this section up. Okay. We got all that done. I don't know how this is all going to tie in, but I'm going to find a way to tie it all in together. Okay. Fun times, fun times. So I want to take this out too. And number 4, are we still pulling this? Yeah, we are. So this first layer needs to be welded up before I do anything else because, dear Lord, I don't need to come over here and not be able to get around the stupid ion thruster. And then the rest of it I'll be able to do some kind of work with. Alright, let's go over here and work. Alright, there's that. That's going to be the end of where we're going to work here. So I can figure out what I want to do with the other side of this here. Because I think... Now, this is me thinking here. But I want to think... I could quite possibly replace these ladders with maybe some type of staircase system going up to the top. That would work really well. Sinkholes, fudge. Lots of limestone bedrock, I'm guessing. No, just sand. Like, the one thing about the area of Missouri I'm at, it is one of the best places to grow watermelon. Because you have so many, the sand is just perfect for watermelon growing. A lot of crops, it's just perfect. It takes relatively nothing to plow this area. But the moment you start moving down south towards Arkansas, you hit like clay and gumbo and stuff like that. But out here, it's like so easy to dig. There are people that come out here and they're like, wow, this is like the easiest place to dig something out at. And I'm like, yeah, it is. So we've got this entire area here of just real estate. I don't know what we're going to do with all this real estate right here. Now, if you want limestone, you probably have a lot of it down in Florida. Florida has a lot of sinkholes. My God, they have a lot of sinkholes. We don't have a lot of sinkholes at all. Mostly we have a lot of underground aquifers. That's what's going on. Like, we have so much... Like, you got to look up Big Springs, Missouri. It's one of the largest freshwater springs in the country. And it has a whole lot of things going for it. Alright, we're going to have a lot of real estate right here because of the way I've set up these thrusters. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of real estate in there. I do not know what we're going to do with this area, but we're going to have a nice... I don't know. This may be where I put the beds and everything at. Because, good God, do we have all the real estate I could possibly need. I've got 2 layers of just real estate right here I could use. And then I got another layer back over there. I don't have any anything I'm doing with. So also I can probably cover this section up. Number 2, we're just going to go ahead and just knock those pieces out. And I might just knock this piece out too, because that's just going to tie right into it. There we go. All that's done there. Now, oh boy, now what have I got to do? Oh, he has returned. His job complete. Probably powering up. Still says ship is full, so there's that. Let's see. Ooh, I'm running out of power. Let's go over here and heal up for a moment. Get some more energy. Yeah. So he had like the ground shifted or something like that. That's how I got all that hardwood, and it was great. Like I got that. My wife was like, "You really can negotiate just about anything." I'm like, if I've got time and effort, yeah, I can probably negotiate just about anything out that I need to. And then that stupid flood hit, and I was so disgusted. So disgusted. I think I put armor plates on the back of that too. I may just armor plate, makes like some Fox armor plates on the back of the thing. Because I just need one opening for that one area. I may do that. Just do some Fox armor plates back there. I still gotta build that one section over. Make it work. But right now, we're just sitting back letting this entire system just get done. Let's see how the gold miner is doing over here. Oh, good lord. He's pulled a lot of stuff out. As soon as he gets done mining and I've got all the gold I need, I'm gonna probably have him work on something else while I'm at it. Something a little more impressive. So we got our bridge up here. Got to make this work. I've got an area underneath. I may work that somehow into a... what is word? I may work that into some type of ready room underneath. And then I've got to take all this stuff out eventually and put it all up. Because we don't need this anymore. We've got those little miners there working their butts off. So I need to... Number 1. No. I don't need to do that. I need to do this. Oh, I need to take that out too. Come here, you. Okay, we got that out. Let's go ahead and weld this all up. And we'll add 4 more here. Well, actually, I can just build this whole section right up here. Can't we? Honestly, I might be able to do the staircase thing if I could just figure out... If I could figure out how to do it. I'm going to do some black right here just to keep everything, you know, kind of uniform and whatnot. And back to red. And there we are. Now, we're connecting this thing all together, so we've got tons of real estate, so we can make sure this thing all works nice and good. This will give us a high position, and I can probably put about 4 good autocannon turrets right here. And then we'll probably also put some 4 autocannon turrets right up here. Probably some assault cannon turrets as well. And we'll start adding those jokers on so we can start having some serious firepower to defend ourselves with. And we've got about all this framing figured out at the moment. Now for this, if I had to put a block point here, and I could produce some fox armor for this so it doesn't end up burning through here, then I could armor plate the rest of this thing up and we wouldn't have to worry about too much other stuff that's going to happen. And then I just got to run something up through here and figure out this. See, I got all this real estate right here. And I've got this. The problem is I got these 2 conveyors. And I don't know what to do with them. It's like right here. Yeah, see, that's my issue right there on that one. I could move this gravity generator somewhere else. But if I've got 3 if I've got at least 3 points of entry, I can just run a zigzag line all the way up this, and then you just, it's not so much, oh hey look, we're gonna have to run all over the place. I gotta figure out how I can make this work though. How do I make this work without interfering with all this other crap that's in the way? That's the issue here. How do I make this work? How do I make it work? One, I'm gonna need a corridor block up there, I think. And that's the problem. That stupid thing's in the way too. So what I need to do, yank that out. See where we are here. And then so like the issue here is like with this, I have to somehow get or start heading up to point A, and that's going to be, oh, that's going to be fun. No, I could pull that off. Hey, guess who's back? Yeah, Leps, how you doing? So right now I'm trying to figure out how I can do this one deal. I was in the process of building this bad boy,
Inventory full.
and now I'm having to tear it all apart. I'm trying to figure out how to make everything work right now. Trying to figure out how to make it all work. We're going to tear this out. I've got real estate. Once I get past this one room here, then everything just starts working out. Let me see if I can pull this off. We're going to take that out. That out. We're going to take these ladders out. I know this is going to make some people sad, but it has to be done. Sorry, it just has to be done. Okay. So, how do I make this work? How do I make this work? without screwing myself over. First, let's grab this. Oh, there we go. Still be able to get through there. See, that's where the new issue comes into play. How to... Oh, wait. Fuck. God, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. I don't have any... Really? Stupid commies. Give me my steel plates. I know you have them. Wait, no, I messed up there. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna make things just slightly cramped, but it will work. You'll see. So here, okay. So I need to move this right now. Need to go back to number 6 here. Put one there. This should work. I hope. So I can then go up here like so. And all I gotta do is cut out some openings. And then we can just go from here to there. Now this is not going to work because now I run into a new issue. That won't work. Now I'm really dumb. Okay. So this is really awful. So the problem I'm running into right now is I have to find a way to get... Oh, this is so annoying. I have to find a way... Jeez. To get one of these to go up without interfering with the rest of them so that I can put something... I can put a catwalk in.
Energy low.
Jeez. That's annoying. So, my immediate problem is I can't install a... I can't install one of these. Oh, wait a minute. No, that still won't work. It won't work because... Okay. This is annoying. This is very, very, very annoying. The odd placement of everything. I could make it to that thing there. Okay, I don't need to go up here. I can't have a ladder in the way here either, because that's going to interfere with all this other nonsense. So I've got to figure out a way. I do like the way the ladders have gone before, but the problem is trying to put this thing where I can get into it. So hopefully... See, the thing is, my plan was to have a ladder come up, and then somehow have a ladder come up the other side. The problem is I have these conveyors in the way. Hold on. If I take these conveyors out, and oh, I need one. Why do I have two? Why the frick do I have two conveyors is what I need to know. Okay. I can probably remove these conveyors here. Head up to have an upper level here that I can come up to. I can barricade this section. No, I won't be able to do that. I'm gonna make this work. Good lord. This is a nightmare. Alright, first off, let's remove some of these.
Inventory full.
Okay. What am I gonna do now? Let's put all this into the container here. Because I want a winding staircase is what I want. Probably place part of the staircase here. And then run a second stair. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's what I need to do. That's how this needs to work. The problem is that's in the way. So I need to put it over here instead. Yes, yes, yes. That's how this is going to work. Alright, we're going to reconfigure this real quick. Hang on, folks. And there's the corner block I need. There we are. I just have to replace this one block. And we can run... I don't know what we can run. We'll run something. Okay, I need this. Nope. Now weld. There we go. I can build that winding staircase now. Alright, let me fix some stuff down here. Where is that column block number 6? Juke. Right there. There we go. Now, how this is going to work, at least this is what I'm thinking. How is this going to work? So I may flip a catwalk upside down. No. Okay, so let's make this work here. Where's the ladder at so I can see what I'm doing? Okay. That is the first ladder. The Okay, the second ladder has got to go right beside it somehow. And I don't know how to make that happen. That's a conundrum. Let's see. How do I do this? So... Oh, wait. Huh, I'm stupid. Um... Just put the ladder right there. And just work my way up. Okay, so then this is going to be an area you can go into. You'll have to go here. Let's grab catwalks. It's coming together. It's coming together, everyone. It is coming together. A catwalk with a rail. There we go. Also need a rail catwalk here. Do I need a rail catwalk? I could just add a nice weapons rack right there. And it would work beautifully. So then we have that there. Then all I gotta do now is I just gotta put some type of light block in here. Yeah, I could do that. Put a light block in. Let's see, where's my lights? Lights, 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 lights. There we go, number 3. We'll drop a light block there. And now we can have a staircase going up each individual floor. You can just now start running up the staircase and you'll run right up the floors. It's the way this will work. Once gravity is engaged. So once I get a gravity block in here, which shouldn't be too difficult, then we can start running up the stairs. Let me go back to the staircase blocks that I need. Boom, look at that. And so every level that we need to be at, every 2 levels is going to have that there. And every half level going up, looks like right here you're going to pop out and then run around and go right into here. So I just need blocks in here. Let's see, where is that number 6 block we got here? It gives me all these nice areas I can work with. I can use that to possibly... What's that? Oh, diagonal truss. Okay, I don't need that. Let's see. Cylinder. Inset wall. I don't... Let's... Well, you know what? We've got these inset walls. Let's use them. I forgot I had them. I can add that there. Now, right here, I'm going to need to do something with this area. So when you come up, this is where you're going to pop out at. So we need to take that out and that out. This is just turning into a myriad of pipes and pylons, I know, but it will come together once I get it all figured out here. I also have this area here. I need to figure that out. Let's just shove a block in there and weld it up. If I can reach it. We'll shove another block there, weld it up. Number 4. We're not going to need blocks in here. It's just going to probably be dead space anyway, so we'll just use it for added armor. There we are. Check that out. Let's go ahead and get in the cockpit here. Holy crap, that's nice. Oh, holy crap, that is nice. It is getting built. We are building up and becoming better. Oh, boy. So I'm going to have to add a little more armor plating. Hopefully I can get this thing to looking nice. We can get this looking nice. Okay. So, let's go ahead and grind this down. That's not going to be needed. That's not going to be needed. And then I think this will take me right into, or right onto. Holy crap. I don't need to go there. I need to go right here. So we don't even need this stair right here at all. Take that out in its entirety. I need another block. Where is the one block? Gives me all the neat stuff I can throw in there. We're going to put these in. Because why not? Why not? Let's do it. Put those in there. Let me see. Wait a minute. I need to weld some of that up. Alright, let's grab some of this interior nonsense. And let's see. Oh, I'm at capacity because... Let me think here. Why am I at capacity again? Keeps reminding me of those thruster components, man. I'll probably do something to the effect of some type of open area here. Yeah, some type of open area. Alright, let's grab all of this. Actually, give me a minute. Let's grab some batteries. Let's put some warfare batteries right here. That's a great idea. That way we got a few backups. Just in the case. That'll just increase the power capacity of the entire ship. Oh, good lord. Batteries, my god. Must power cells be so dang heavy? You gotta keep the red and white. What color will you use? Oh, probably gonna use the same coloring that we got here on this because it's working. There's some black on here too. I'll have to incorporate that back into the ship somehow. But yeah, it's working out. The color scheme, I'm liking it. Besides, I kind of want to keep the old color scheme because hey, this thing is one of those ships that just stayed with us. We've rebuilt it. Let's keep rebuilding it. Okay, so now all right, one of these has to go. I can't have a double light right here. Good lord. Let me see the stairs too while I'm at it. Oh, that's not connecting? Really? 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 Is it because I'm too far away? Oh, I probably don't have the construction components for it. Betting that's what it is. Let's see how it hooks up now. There we are. And there we are. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now, the next block I need to put in, I need to add some other blocks to make this really work. Number 6. Here's some things I can do here. Let me look here. Let me look, let me look, let me look. Where is that one? Just a big, nice corner block right there. We're gonna set. Oh. What do I need for that? Oh, I need interior plates. You know what? Screw it. We're not gonna put that in there. We're gonna do something else. Maybe another battery. Let's do that. Let's add another battery right there. So we have lots of battery storage. Number 7. There. As you're coming up this area, you're going to run into a crap ton of batteries. There we go. And we'll add another battery right there, just for giggles. That's the second layer of the ship, and then we're going up one more, and that'll reach into the third layer. So then this will be a whole floor unto itself. I don't know how I'm going to work that. I'm going to have to turn that into a lot of things. As I run systems up through here to catch things and all that, I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to go here in a minute. Before I do, let's go ahead and just take the one dealio here. Let me grab onto it, look into its inventory real fast, make sure, yeah, figures. It's gonna sit there and send everything into my cargo. I'm fixing to have to leave. There we go. Two. Ooh, she's heavy. So the plan is I'm going to hit that. Because you see, we also got some black on this thing, too. We got to remember where that all is. I'm going to work this one side here and see if I can just get what we've already installed done before I go. There we go. Look at that. I don't know if I'll keep it looking like this. I could put some grading on here at some point. I don't know how that'll work, but... oh boy. There we go. That is working perfectly. I just got to get across here. We've got tons of welder access right now. We can get this done real fast. Give me just a second. I'm getting a phone call real fast. Well, that sucks. I'm going to have to go here in a minute. But if I can, I'm going to try and get at least this done. We've got a bunch of steel plates on here. We're going to just use them up. So we can do this right here. There we go. May do something with the color scheme of this at some point. Before I put like the armor plating and everything on it. Check that out. I will probably repaint that black at some point. Alright, let's charge down here real fast. Get this undercarriage section finished. I'm probably going to have a nice little area just to store stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to do with half the room I've got on this ship. the thing about this little builder now. Get started, it just has all the capability of getting everything done. And that's it. That's as far as we got. But we got some stuff. Man, you know, I'll just throw some more. Gee! There's a private sale getting way too close. He's going to step into gun range, and that's going to be the end of his little peradventure. Let me see how... Well, yeah. There we go. Info... Let's find the steel plates. Many more steel plates. All the steel plates we can get. We're eating through a lot of them. Yeah, I need to take this thing and give it some pizzazz so it looks better. So I can put this thing right up on the one deal. Let's see. Have you collided yet with one of the mining drones? No, I haven't yet. I haven't collided with any of them, though. It's come close several times. The thing I love about this game, though, is the scale that things get to as you start building. You will start building some massive, and I mean massive, builds at some point in time in this game. Here we go. That's it. Get this all figured out here. Eat through some of that steel so this thing comes a little bit more wieldy. There we go. See, that's turning out just perfectly. Oh, come on. Come on back over here. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, right there. Let's keep move forward. Move forward. There we are. Done. Look at that. Look how fast that works. It's working. Oh boy. Let's get her up here. It's the last home stretch of this thing getting almost finished. Whatever's left is going into that flooring over there. I may paint a vast majority of this black, though. Because that'll just kind of offset the red armor look I'm going to go for. At least some of it. We're still heavy. We're going to fly over here, use up the rest of this steel plate on this part of the ship. Come on, come on. Right about here. There we go. some right about here. It's just welding it all up. Oh, I love making welding ships that just do the job. We should be reaching the end of this here pretty quick. There we go. One more. Nope, we are officially out. Well, that got a good majority of the ship done. That's a lot of welding finished. It's mostly now just interior work and some exterior make it all look good kind of nonsense. I still have stuff in this thing? No, I don't. We have expedited all of that. Now the ship is looking a little bit more interesting. Over here. It's not meant to be fast. It's just meant to get the job done. Alright, we will fly that right here. Let me drop down real good. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go forward a little bit. Lock that sucker in. Alright, let's take a look at this bad boy. So yeah, you can now see that there's a large build to it as we're getting all this nonsense built up. That way, now I can round that section up in the back, add some turrets up top, and then add some turrets along the spine of this thing so it has some weaponry. And then I keep forgetting somewhere along here I've got to add some type of turret because somebody said you can't make a good turret. Let me see what I got going on here. I know like I have a whip of a mobile shipyard that the very least 200 to 300 plus blocks long. Yeah, that's interesting. It's wild when these things just get bigger because you start building projects and then you land on your project and you're like, holy crap, how did it get this out of control? How does it keep getting this out of control right now? Let me zoom in a bit here so we can get a good money shot for picks later. But yeah, let's sit here and just finish up this chat reading right here. And if you look back on what the limit was a couple of years back, oh yeah, the size of the size you can build nowadays, if incomparable, looks a bit more shippy. Yeah, that also comes down to the fact that we've got better blocks now. Like back in those days, you look at like the oldest built ships, they had massive interiors. They had very simple shapes. We can do much more complex shapes in this day and age than we could before. So now this thing is just built, and you can just build big ships like this, just build some crazy looking stuff you normally couldn't do back in the original era of Space Engineers when it first came out. So yeah, that's the fun part of that. Anyway, hopefully I can continue this build. We can start adding more armor plating to this and take it from a brick, because right now it looks like a brick. It's very bricky looking. We're going to have to modify this thing a bit. I think I'm just going to put 3 thrusters in the front instead of 4, because I don't need that much thrust, I don't think, to stop this thing. And then I've got to upgrade all of the turrets to the heavy autocannon type. And I need to add more turrets to the side, and I need more turrets top, bottom, defending this thing from any and every type of problem that it could run into. And we also need to add a very large and terrifying twin barrel railgun, because I think that would be just an insane weapon to have on board. May just underslung that joker right underneath it. So if we could pull up right next to a base and start lobbing depleted uranium projectiles at extreme range. Well, anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I don't know when I will be able to get back on. I might try sometime this week. I've got other projects I'm working on, some secretive stuff, trying to build up some things at the moment and get some things figured out. I've been sitting too long, so suddenly got a leg cramp. That sucks. But anyway, hope you guys were enjoying this stream. Seems like a lot of people came on. Oh, we got some more chats in here. Biotech Godzilla. Hey, I am a new player. Sup, plebs? How is that red ship? Did he modify it? Yeah, I've been modifying it this whole time. Biotechus Godzilla. With much effort. Yeah, with a lot of effort. My leg is like the back of my thigh is just like cramping up like crazy because I've been sitting so long. I'm fine. But creative, I guess? No, no, no. This is all survival. We're using a couple scripts, no mods. This ship has been built and modified with no mods. We've got the original. Oh frick! What happened? I got kicked out of my. Get kicked out of Space Engineers for some reason. That's interesting. Let me see what is going on here. If I can get back in. Okay. Some reason it kicked me out and sent me right to my streaming software. Um, let's see. He was in Survival. Biotech Godzilla. Wow. Eric Evans, Yum Young, had pasta. Hope that pasta is good. Biotech Godzilla, late to the party this time. Cheers. Yeah, don't worry. He has mining drones. Yeah, the mining drones are great. Biotech Godzilla, cool. Yeah, game is breaking on my easy running mods. Eric, yeah, Leps want to know, Eric Evans, what you eating? Well, we know it's pasta. We know that. So, yeah, I've for some reason just gotten a leg cramp. I think because I'm just sitting for too long. I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute and see if I can fix that. Anyway, uh, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying the build. It's getting somewhere. And as always, thank you all for watching. This is Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty. And I am painfully signing out.